Good afternoon, boys and girls. Today is Monday, August 24th, 2020, and today we're working on lesson number 6, and we're still on module 1. Our daily goal is to complete our assignments and submit your exec ticket and score an 85 or higher. Your materials for today is book number 1, and remember, book number 1 has yellow on the side. It should be already numbered. Book number 2, blue on the side. If you haven't numbered, number it right now. Today, we're gonna actually need the reference material packet and you're gonna need a pencil. Let's go over the expectations. Make sure you always sit tall like a star, that you have all the materials ready in park, that you participate by doing your work, that you always go back to view the channel and the video, do it again and view and follow the steps. For any clarifying questions, raise up your hand using the hand icon, that you always stay on mute and only unmute yourself when called on. I want you guys to know that I am very proud because I looked at the report today for Hotspot and you guys are working already in Dreambox. Way to go. 5-5. High five. So let's start with the objective for today. By the end of the lesson, we are going to able to subtract single-digit numbers from multiples of 10 within 100. So let's talk about what does the word multiple means. Well, the word multiple means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. All those are multiples of the number 10. And it's a multiple because you can see the pattern of the 0. And we're going to subtract. What does that mean? We're going to take away. So why is it important by the end of the class period to be able to subtract? Well, just like the example that I gave you yesterday of going to the store. When you go to the store and purchase one toy and you have $20 and your toy costs $5, you need to make sure you're able to subtract to know how much change you're going to get back. That's why it's crucial that we know how to subtract. So your turn. See the objective for today. I will subtract single-digit numbers from multiples of 10 within 100. Great job. Now, let's talk about the key points. We've been talking about a part. Remember, a part and a part make a whole or make a total. We've been talking about 1, and remember, 1, it's a place unit value. 10 is also a place unit value. And number sentences, boys and girls. And how can we subtract using number sentence? And we're going to talk about the steps of a subtraction number bond. Well, the problem that I have right now, it's 35 minus 6, and then the equal signs, and then the answer is called difference. So minuend minus subtrahend gives you the difference. So let's follow the 4 steps we take to figure out how to do subtraction number bond. The first step you do is you circle the minuend, which you're going to circle the biggest number, the minuend. But this time, you're going to take out 10 from the minuend. So what do? I have 35. I'm going to break apart. I'm going to decompose that number into a part and a 10. So I write 35 in one part, 10 on the other part. Because 35 plus 10 make 35. Add after I take out the 10, I write the subtraction number sentence to take from 10. So I subtract 10 minus 6 equals to 4. And remember, you write only the subtraction number sentence. Step number 4 is you add the leftover numbers. And remember, we've been practicing the leftover numbers. You're going to underline the number 25. That's the number that is left over. And you add the 4 because that's the other number that is left over. So you add 25 plus 4, and that equals to 29. Boys and girls, I know I forgot to ask this in the materials, but please get a piece of paper, a line paper, and we're going to be practicing taking out 10 because this is going to get us ready for concept development. So, let's take out 10 from each number. I say 30, and you're going to draw a number bond with 30 with 2 parts. You're going to put 20 on one part and 10 on the other part. Remember, we're taking out 10. Let's do another one. I say 50. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to take out 10. And time's up. Here's what you should have. If you wrote 40 and 10, you are correct. Remember, 40 and 10 make 50. Kiss your brain. Now let's go to the next problem. I say 40. You have 10 seconds to take out 10. And here's what you should have. You should have 30 in one part, 10 in the other, because 30 and 10 make the whole, and the whole is 40. We're going to do 2 more. I say 60. Take out 10. Here's what you should have. 60 is the whole. I put 10 on one part and 50 on the other part. If you have that, great job. And here comes the last problem. I'm going to put 100. Take out 10. Here's what you should have. If you wrote 90 and 10, because 90 plus 10, they make 100, and that's the whole, boys and girls. Terrific. Look, if you can see this, these are the number bonds. Look at this. Here's your brain. And say, I am able to take out 10. Now, let's put our line paper to the side. And we're going to practice how to subtract using the number bond. And we're going to talk why it's very effective. But before we do that, I want you to get your reference packet material. And in your reference material, you are going to flip it to where it says subtraction number bond. Open it over there, Miss Bocanegra. Open it so that way she can show it to you guys. You have 30 seconds to get there. If you need to, pause the video and look at the one that says subtraction number bond. Thank you for being ready and have your opening your materials and having it on the subtraction number font. Thank you for being honest. Now is your time to go to open your book number 2. Remember book number 2. And you are going to open it to page 27. Page 27. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to open book 2 to page 27. And ready. Now, boys and girls, now that you are on page 27, the first thing you're going to do is write idea 56, 57, which is the name, the date, and the goal. It's 08, 24, 20, and a module. It's Eureka equals a 100. We want to get a test center and a module. That's our goal. Okay, boys and girls. Today, we don't get to write the key points because Mrs. Bocanegra already gave them to you. But what we have to do is follow the steps that are in the key points to solve this. Let's look at the problem they already did. And the reason why this is very effective is, and effective means why it works good and fast, is because when you subtract any number with the base 10, you solve the answer quickly because you can do mental math. Well, let's check this problem to see if they follow the steps that we normally do. The first one, it says circle the minuend. And remember I told you minuend is the big number when you're subtracting. Well, they didn't follow that, but it's okay. We can do it. Then from that same one, be very careful. This is subtraction. And I can tell because I'm looking at the sign. I take out 10 from the big number. Did they do that? Let's check. They took out 10. Yes, they did. Because 10 and 10, when they make up 20. So great job. They did step number 2. Step number 3 says write the subtraction number sentence to take from 10. Let's see if they wrote a subtraction sentence. Starting with 10. 10 minus 9 equals 1. Yes, they did. They follow this step. And then the 1. Look, you can even do this like this. That's what I'm going to be teaching you because it's a subtraction. Then step number 4 is add the leftover numbers. Let's see. Well, the number 10 is a leftover and the number 1 is a leftover. Did they write 10 plus 1 equals 11? Yes, boys and girls, they solved this problem using the steps that we've been using. So right now we're going to work together B, C, and D. Let's have this on the side so we can remember. The first step that we do, let me make sure everybody can see my key points. The first thing everybody needs to do is circle the minuend. And remember, when you subtract, the minuend is the big number. I circle it. Then step number 2 says take out 10 from that number, boys and girls. And I'm taking out 10 from this one because I'm subtracting. So I'm going to take out 10. Remember, we practiced earlier. And the first part, I write the number 20. And on the other part, I write the number 10. Because 20 and 10 make 30. Remember, I write you right. Step number 3 says, write a subtraction number sentence And we start with 10. And this is the part where I'm going to circle these two numbers because I'm going to write a subtraction sentence. That means that we'll write 10 minus 9 equals to 1. And then we're done with step 3. We follow step 4. I add the leftover numbers. Remember, this is a leftover number because I didn't use it, and this is a leftover number. So I'm going to add them. 20 plus 1 equals to 21. And I'm done solving that problem. And I want you to think, if I has start with 30 and I take away 9, now I'm able to know that I end up with 21. Great thinking, boys and girls. Now let's move to problem number 2. Still using the same key points. The first thing that I do is look at it, see, do it. If you did this, great job. Let's look at the next step. Take out 10 from the minuend. Do it. 10 seconds. What did you write on this part? Here's what you should have. And this is what you should have on the other part. Great job following along. Let's follow step number 3. Let's look at it. Yes, remember, I circle the numbers that I'm going to subtract. I circle them and I write 10 minus 8 equals to 2. Then let's look at step number 4. Add the leftover numbers. And remember, the leftover number is a 10. I didn't use it, and a 2. So I add 10 plus 2 equals to 12. And I can come back and get over here. Boys and girls, does 20 minus 8 equals to 12? Absolutely, yes! Hug yourselves. And now let's do the last problem we're going to do here. Let's look at step 1. 10 seconds to do it. If you circle the number 30, kiss your brain. Let's look at step number 2. 10 seconds to do it. If you have a 20 on one side and a 10 on the other side, terrific. Then let's follow step number 3. Let's go over step number 3. Do it. Don't forget the little part where you circle the numbers. And here's what you should have, boys and girls. Great job if you have that. And the last step, let's do it. 10 seconds. Don't forget to underline the numbers that are left over. Here's what you should have. Great job, boys and girls. We just finished solving a subtraction using the number bond. We're going to practice more in class, and we're going to be very, very good at subtraction. Here's the challenge for the day. As soon as you go back in class, type in the chat box how many toothbrushes are in your entire house. In my house, there's 4 toothbrushes. My husband, my son Emmanuel, my son Leonardo, and myself. Don't forget, at the end of class, you are going to submit book 3, page 25 and 26, number 3 and number 4. Don't forget, log in at your live session at 12:58. Thank you for your hard work. See you later. Bye-bye.